What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another life-changing moment on Lockdown 23 and 1. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. It's 4 in the morning. It's 4 in the morning over here in Virginia Beach. I just got back from the airport dropping Brittany off. She's going to Vegas. She's going to Vegas until Saturday or Friday, something like that. So I've got to get these kegs in order. I got to call the stretch limo, make sure they're here on time. VIP section. I'm just playing, boy. Brittany, don't you damn come back over here attacking me now. You know I ain't doing nothing like that. But I do have some alone time, you know. I think this will be the longest I've went without Brittany since I was in penitentiary. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into some of these stories that I got coming your way. You know they are going to be wild and crazy. And for anybody that might be new to this channel, if you don't know if you should hit that subscribe button or not, look, we talk about all things prison and crime related. We have people from all across this great country that spent time in prison, some of the most dangerous prisons on earth. They survived and they tell their tale over here on Lockdown 23 and 1. Myself included, I've been to prison 2 times as well. Not to wear it as a badge of honor, but hey, if you're going to be a host of a prison genre YouTube channel, you got to at least been penitentiary, right? So yeah, if that's something you're into, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Now, the stories coming your way. One is from Oakland, California. The other one's from LA. Okay, LA. And the other one's gonna be coming from Florida, of course. Okay, we got plenty of content always coming, flowing like the salmon of Capistrano from LA to Florida, ladies and gentlemen. Content 101. First up on the list is coming from Oakland, California. Oakland man seen kissing barrel of assault weapon on Instagram, sentenced to federal prison. A little over 2 years in federal prison for kissing the barrel of an AR, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I tell people this shit all the time, and I can tell that some people are paying heed to my warnings, man, and they're changing their shit up. I like to see that. I like to see it, but I tell people all the time, man, you know, I don't know what it is about guys wanting to floss illegal shit on social media. Like, come on, man. And you've been to the penitentiary, man. You already been to the pen. Why are you taking pictures with guns? I just don't get it. Why are you taking pictures with bricks of weed? You know, I just don't understand this shit, man. Maybe they're just naive. They don't know what they're doing. Or they feel as though they're not being watched, man. You never know who's watching you. You know, I did a story about a year ago where a guy, he's a felon, he went to the gun range, right? But a police officer's been following his Twitter for the last like 6 months. You never know who's following you, man, you know? And this guy, he's a part of a subset to a gang. I don't even know what gang is the subset of it, but or what this is a subset of. F everyone. F everyone. Never heard of that in my life. But from what I hear, you know, they're pretty treacherous out there in Oakland. Maybe someone can leave a little input on this whole organization down in the comment section. I don't know, not too much input, but something. You know, I ain't never heard of them. But yeah, it turns out, you know, a crime was committed and he has co-defendants and all this other bullshit came into place, but it led to an Instagram post and that gun was in the mix about some other shit. So it's crazy, man, you know. Let's say your homie walks into a house party, man. He just got a brand new gun, Desert Eagle jank, shit's chromed out, looking nice, you know. And you're like, damn, let me see that thing, boy. And you start taking selfies, you know. Of course, I understand you want to take pictures with guns and shit, especially if it's a pretty one. But check it out. Just imagine if your homeboy done committed 2 murders with the same weapon. Okay, if they're following this gun through posts and Instagram and all this other crap, they could pin those charges on you, man. You know, you never know what could happen. You never know who's watching, and you can be held responsible for a weapon and anything that was done with that weapon, okay? You can be charged for it. People are sitting in prison for stuff they didn't even do, you know? They're being released after 30 years. Hey, you're innocent. So you don't think they can tie a gun to you from Instagram and lock you up, man? You know? Think, man, think. Anyways, let's move on to LA. LA, ladies and gentlemen, former LA County Sheriff is ordered to prison for obstruction of justice. And I'm not going to read the whole article, but it gets deep, okay? The feds, I'll leave the links to these articles pinned in the comment section for y'all to check it out. But you need to read this one. It's very interesting. It's interesting to me because it's a battle within the system against the system. You know, it's crazy. And believe it or not, this shit happens all the time. It's happening right now as we speak, okay? The sheriff, or the feds, okay? The feds sent a plant in, I guess. You want to call him a plant. Informant, whatever, undercover agent in there. And I guess the sheriff knew about it. And he was kind of hindering the whole investigation for God knows what. Who knows what kind of dirt he was trying to hide. But he found out the dude was working for the feds. And it is what it is, man. He tried to stop some shit from happening. And he got caught up. Obstruction, okay? Anytime you hear obstruction charge, that means anything to the point where you hinder the process of things. Okay, obstruction, like you ran from the police, you get obstruction of justice. You run from the police in the car, you get a felony obstruction of justice. On foot, misdemeanor. Always remember that, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, he was just hindering the process of what this informant was doing with the feds. I think he even locked him up in the hole and everything, just kept him away from all that shit. I don't know, I'm gonna let y'all read the article. It's wild, man, it's wild. But former LA County Sheriff going to the pen. You think he'll be in the SNY yards, PC? Shit, man. They gotta put him in, like, I don't know. You know, I don't know. That's a scary thing for that guy. You know, he's seen it all. He's heard it all. He knows about all the shit going on in California, man. Seeing all the people getting murked left and right. I bet he's terrified as shit. Florida corrections officer at a women's prison accused of putting bleach in an inmate's drink cup. Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, I've seen shit like this before, all right? I've seen COs, and I'm gonna read this story to you because it's crazy, but I've seen COs in jail, not in prison, but I've seen them in jail because I was a trustee at one point, and I would serve juice, and I would take a bite out of everybody's cookie and serve it to their block. I'd take a whole bite out of damn cookie and put it in a tray and send it to them. But these blocks that this shit was happening to, they weren't your average blocks. They were PC blocks and filled with predators and stuff like that. So, you know, no one really gave two shits about doing the things that were being done to them. You know, the COs never told them what to do, but the COs told the trustees where these blocks were, who was in the blocks. I mean, I was right there. It was like a coach sending out orders to the football team, you know? So as soon as they said that shit, you know, trustees are putting disinfectant in the food, dust bunnies, all kinds of shit. Anything you could think of, they were slinging that shit in their trays and sending them in there. But they were doing it to the point where they didn't want them to notice, okay? It wasn't bluntly on, you know, out in the open in their tray when they opened it. No, they did it dirty, man, to the point where they ate the trays and didn't say shit about it. They didn't complain not one bit, you know, and the guys, the trustees, laughing their ass off. Corrections officers say she was arrested and charged for poisoning food or water. According to Williams' arrest report, it said that another corrections officer saw Williams spray bleach into an empty cup meant to be served to an inmate. The arrest report went on to say that an inmate orderly was told by Williams that one is special. You see, I haven't even read the article, so the CO told that person that girl's special. You know what I mean? So that was like a hint to put the shit in a cup or whatever, I guess. Williams was reportedly the one who delivered the meal to the victim, who immediately complained that there was a strong smell of bleach on her food, according to the report. See, disinfectant don't smell like that, man. You know, bleach does. The alleged incident happened after Williams and the victim were caught on camera having an argument earlier in Williams' shift. Okay, so look, COs, inmates, they have arguments all the time. They talk shit back and forth. The places I've been in, there ain't no CO talking shit to the inmates because the inmates just ran that shit. I mean, anytime they came in this one prison, man, the inmates were wild animals to these correctional officers. You know, I was like, how did these guys walk in and take this mental abuse day in and day out? You know, that's what I said to myself. It's crazy, man. Especially the old grandmas. It might Believe it or not, there'd be old grandmas working in prison as COs. I'm like, what the hell are they? Grandma, get your ass home. Why are you even working in prison? You know? But it is what it is. You know, it's cool. Grandmas is cool, man. But they didn't discriminate. They tore her ass up when she came in the block too, man. Verbal, mental, degrading. You know, it was crazy. But they do get into disputes. And you never know, man. COs will come at you full force if they want to. They'll get dirty. They'll get real dirty. I'm not going to sit here and explain the different types of ways a CO can get back at you. But this shit happens, man. You know, it's just like you get in an argument with someone on the streets. But yeah, Florida, ladies and gentlemen. Keep an eye out on that story. I don't know how much time she's going to get. But that's some messed up shit, man. And it's hard to prove something like that. You know, it's very hard to prove that a CO did that because even the orderly and trustee, it don't matter if you have 13 inmate witnesses. Those, you know, them people typically aren't credible because you can only imagine how many people go in the courtroom and complain about staff or try to make bogus charges up on the state to get some free money or something. So, you know, a lot of inmates' testimonies go to the wayside as non-credible, you know, so. But yeah, this really surprises me that she got charged for it and it made the news, you know, because that stuff's just too hard to really prove in lockup, you know. There's this big gray area in prison that, I mean, it's almost impossible to expose really what's going on because that gray area is like, you just get lucky. You get lucky and the right people see it and the article gets blown up and it goes viral. I mean, that's how it works, you know. But there's a huge gray area, ladies and gentlemen, that you will never see. You will never know unless you lived it. And look, man, oh man, that video I did yesterday had me laughing my ass off and the comment section was amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed that comment section more than any other video I did. Top 10 sketchy people you'll see every day, all right? And I'm going to do a follow-up. Not only am I going to do a part 2 to it because I got so many more. But I want to do what my audience was lacing in the comments section, man. They had a bunch of good ones. One in particular I remember, all white low-top Air Forces equals classy. All black high-top or low-top Air Forces equals suspect and sketchy. Look, that was funny as hell. That one had me going for a minute, but I loved y'all's replies, and I'm gonna have the audience replies in the next one as well. But anyways, I hope you enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. Go add me up on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. Check out my Teespring page for all your Lockdown 23-in-1 merchandise, my Patreon, and my Etsy page for all my handcrafted artwork. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I salute to every last one who's been supporting me since the beginning and everyone who's just now joining the Lockdown compound. Y'all be easy, be safe, and stay free at all costs.